Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we will be solving few numericals on the process of activated sludge process, and the questions have been taken from the previous year gate question, and I have extracted the best question and I will explain you in the best way possible. Also I have made one more video on ASP that is related to the theory. If you have not watched that, then please go and watch, because after that you will be in a very better position to understand this particular video. Also many more videos on environment have been uploaded. Please watch them. If you like them, please share with your friends and subscribe to the channel. So without any delay, let's get started. So the very first question was asked in 2011. And the question says that the sludge from the aeration tank of the activated sludge process has the solid content by weight of 2%. The sludge is put in a sludge thickener where the sludge volume is reduced to half. Assume that the amount of solids is negligible in the supernatant and the specific gravity of the sludge solids is given and the density of water is given. You are asked to calculate the density of the sludge removed from the aeration tank. So from what happens, this is an aeration tank 80 and the sludge has been removed from this aeration tank. This sludge has 2% solids on a weight by weight basis. The specific gravity of the solids is given as 2.2 and density of water is known as, this you already know, 1000 kg per meter cube. Now what happens, you have to determine the density of the sludge removed from the aeration tank. 2% solids mean that 2 kg of solids plus 98 kg of water will give 100 kg of sludge. This is what 2% solids mean. I hope this is clear. Similarly, if I write 98% water, then this particular phrase also relates to this. Either 98% water or 2% solids is one or the same thing. Okay, 2 kg of solids, 98 kg of water will produce 100 kg of sludge. This is what 2% solids means. Now you know the density of solids. The density of solids is 2.2 multiplied by 1000. So this is in kg, this is in kg per meter cube. So this will give volume in meter cube. Similarly, 98 kg divided by 1000. This will also give density in meter cube. So this will give you the total volume of the sludge. The total volume of sludge is the total volume of solids plus total volume of water. You do not have the density of sludge. अगर वो होती तो डायरेक्टली आपको डेंसिटी मिल ही जाती, फिर तो स्लज की डेंसिटी तो पूछी है ना, तो इसलिए आपको इसकी वॉल्यूम पता चल गई, इसकी वॉल्यूम पता चल गई, तो आपके पास टोटल वॉल्यूम निकल के आ जाएगा इसको ऐड करके. इट इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 0.0989 मीटर क्यूब. You have the mass of sludge, you have the volume of sludge. Density of sludge can be calculated easily. Density equals to mass of sludge divided by volume of sludge. So mass is 100 and volume is 0.0989. So when you will solve this, it is coming out to be 1011.029 kilogram per meter cube. So this is the density of sludge. I hope this is clear to you. Now see, I'm rubbing this particular part. In the next part, the examiner is saying you that the sludge, this sludge is passed through a sludge thickener. This is a thickener. And what does thickener do? Thickener basically reduces the volume. So this is the volume of sludge and the final volume is V by 2. This is the final volume after passing it through the thickener. You remember that in the question it is given that the amount of solids in the supernatant from the thickener is negligible. That means the sludge that was in the input is having some solids. The same volume of solids will be there in the output. That means after passing through the thickener, the volume of solids or the weight of solids will not change. What is gonna change is the volume of water. That means whatever is the reduction in the volume is only due to the reduction in volume of water. So this is what it means by this statement that the in the supernatant solids is negligible. I hope this point is clear to you. Now initial volume was, you calculated the total volume of sludge was 0.0989. This whole volume of sludge is passed through the thickener and it is reduced to V by 2. That means V by 2 is 0.04945 meter cube. Now this V by 2, or we can say V dash, this V dash 0.04945 is equal to the volume of solid will remain as it is in this particular volume. ये जो volume आई है ये reduced volume है. इस reduced volume में solids की volume तो same है. Solids कितने थे? 2 kg थे, divided by 2.2 into 1000. पर water कितना kg है? We do not know. X kg water suppose, and volume of density is 1000. Similarly ये 2 kg solids थे, divided by the density of solids. x kg water है, water की वॉल्यूम तो चेंज हो गई है, water तो वेट में भी चेंज होगा फिर, पर डेंसिटी आपको पता है तो आप यहां से x की वैल्यू निकाल सकते हैं. सो x इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 48.545 kg. So water has been reduced from 98 kg to 48.545 kg. That means water has changed from its weight as well as its volume. Now what you have to calculate, you have to calculate the percentage solids by weight in the thickened sludge. Percentage solids, how will you calculate the percentage solids? The weight of the solid. What is the weight of the solid? 2 kg divided by the weight of the solid plus the weight of the water. That means total weight of the sludge. So 2 plus 48.545. So this is how you can calculate percentage solids, and this is coming out to be 3.956 percentage. You have to multiply this by 100 to get the percentage. So the percentage is coming out to be almost 3.9 percentage. So that was a very simple question, but a kind of changed question that was not expected from the activated sludge process portion. So moving on to the next question, and the next question says that it has given you a very general diagram that I showed you in the theoretical portion, and every data is given to you. It shows the aeration tank, the volume of the discharge that is coming to the aeration tank, Q naught, S naught, S, X, XE, XU, QU, S, everything is mentioned in the question as per our diagram, and we are asked to calculate the mean cell residence time. What is mean cell residence time? I told you in the previous video, in my theoretical video, that theta C is called as sludge age or the mean cell residence time. How can I calculate that? I also told you that you have to basically take the ratio of biomass to biomass. This is the biomass present in the aeration tank, and Q naught minus QW into XE plus QW into XU. This is the biomass that is leaving the system. This is leaving from the sedimentation tank SST, and this is a wasted discharge. So you have all the data, you just need to put all the values, but see, you do not have the V directly. Instead they have given you the detention time, and I already told you that TD is equal to V divided by Q naught. You have V and Q naught individually, so you can calculate the volume by TD into Q naught. You know TD. What is TD? TD is 2 hours. You can convert this into day, and Q naught is 1500 meter cube per day. So sorry, 15,000 meter cube per day. So when you solve this, you will get 1250 meter cube as the volume. You have volume now. X is given as 3000 milligram per liter. What is X? V was the volume of aeration tank. X is the MLSS concentration or the biomass concentration in the aeration tank. But XE is 0. It is given in the question, so this term is completely neglected. So you just need now XW. XW is given in the question as 50, and XU is given as, what is the unit of XW is in meter cube per day. So this is in meter cube per day, and XU is given as 10,000 milligram per liter. So you just have to take care of the units. So theta C can be written as 1250 into 1000. So this is in liters now, into 3000. So this whole parameter is in milligram now. Liter into milligram per liter will give you milligram. So this part is in milligram now. Similarly, 50 into 1000. This is in liter per day, and multiplied by 10,000. So this is in milligram per liter. So this part is in milligram per day. Milligram divided by milligram per day will give you the answer in days, and theta C is coming out to be 7.5 days. So this is the required answer. I hope this is clear to you. Now moving on to one very simple question that is based on sludge volume index, and the question says that it was asked in 2003. A settling test was done on a sample and MLSS concentration is given as, I told you for calculating the SVI you need MLSS concentration. With the value of MLSS concentration you also need the volume of the settled sludge or the settled solids, and the sample is extracted from the secondary sedimentation tank. So it is given that a volume of 200 milliliter per liter is V by V is 200 milliliter per liter. To calculate the value of SVI, you need this value 200 milliliter per liter and divided by 2800 milligram per liter. You have to divide this volume of settled sludge in milliliter per liter divided by MLSS concentration. So this will give you, now see, this value will come in milliliter per milligram, but the standard value of SVI is always calculated in milliliter per gram. So to solve this you will have to multiply 1000 here. So after you solve this using a calculator, the answer is coming out to be 71.428, and it has a unit of milliliter per gram. This is the standard unit. The question does not say you to calculate in these terms. Since you all know that SVI is always calculated in milliliter per gram, that is why you multiplied it by 1000 automatically and you calculated it in standard units. Now moving on to the next question. This was a very simple question. Now next question says that completely mixed activated sludge process, the discharge is given, the BOD5 is given. BOD5 is basically the S0, the food that is coming. S0 is given as 200 milligram per liter. Q0 is given as 1000 meter cube per day. We have converted this MLD into this X, and also it has given you the biomass concentration is in the aeration tank. That means X is given to you 2000 milligram per liter. Also the concentration of the net biomass leaving the system. Whatever biomass is leaving the system is XC plus XU. These are the two biomasses that leave the system. XU leaves from the wastage side and XC leaves from the sedimentation side. So this is given as 50 milligram per liter. Now you are asked to calculate the detention time or the hydraulic retention time, basically TD. So TD is V divided by Q0. V is 200. V is given as, V is not given in the question. Yes, V is given in the question in the last of the statement. It is 200 meter cube. I forgot to mention this. 200 meter cube is given and Q0 is given as 1000 meter cube per day. So this will come in days, but the options are in hours. So you can multiply it by 24 and this is coming out to be 4.8 hours. In the next part, the question is asking you to calculate the average time for which the biomass stays in the system. That means the sludge age or the mean cell residence time, that is theta C. So theta C is Vx divided by net biomass leaving the system. Okay, so V is given as 200 meter cube, but you should convert this in liters because X is in milligram per liter. So X is 2000, so this is coming out in milligram, this value, and divided by the net biomass leaving the system. This value should be in milligram per day or milligram per hour. So you have the biomass in milligram per liter, 50 milligram per liter. So you should multiply this value with discharge, 1000 into 1000. This is in liters per day. Liter and liter will cancel out. This will give you answer in milligram per day. So when you will solve this, it is coming out to be 8 days. This is the value of theta C. So I hope this point is clear to you all. The next part, the next question is again one linked question, I hope so. Yes. So it has given you a diagram again, and the flow rate is given as Q0 is given as 500 meter cube per hour, and it has also given you with influent BOD, that means S0, influent food or influent BOD 150 milligram per liter. It has given you effluent BOD. What is the effluent BOD? It is S. S is given as 10. See, the aeration tank has reduced the BOD from 150 to 10 with the help of MLSS or biomass layer. And aeration tank data is given to you. Hydraulic retention time is 8 hours. TD is given as 8 hours. And what else? Mean cell residence time, theta C, is given as 240 hours. And that means 10 days almost. Volume is given as 4000 meter cube. And what else? MLSS concentration. MLSS concentration means the biomass or the X, it is given as 2000 milligram per liter. You are asked to calculate the F by M ratio. What is F by M ratio? I told you F by M ratio is Q naught S naught divided by Vx. This is the biomass that this is the BOD that the biomass will be exerted on, and the biomass concentration present in the aeration tank is V into X. So how can you calculate this? You know Q naught, you know S naught, you know V, you know X. Directly put all the values and this will come out to be 0.225 per day. The next question, the next part is asking you to calculate the mass of the solids wasted from the system. That means you are asked to calculate QW into XU. Since XE is 0, since it is not given in the question, so we will consider that as 0. So we will not be considering the Q0 minus QW into XE part, since this is 0. So we just have to calculate the QW into XU. Okay. How can you calculate QW into XU? You know what is the value of theta C. Theta C is given as 240 hours, and the formula for theta C is Vx divided by QW into XU. You know the value of V, you know the value of X. You can directly calculate the QW into XU from this equation, and it is coming out to be 800 kilogram per day. You need to convert milligram into grams and then into kilograms. So this is all about the activated sludge process numericals, and I hope everything is clear to you about the activated sludge process. Now if any question comes in the exam, you will be in a position to solve that question with the help of all the theory available and all the examples available. If you still have any query, then you can DM me on Instagram, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you everyone.